If you watched my last video about staying focused and you really tried hard to actually stay focused and you tried and tried, but it seemed like focus still went all around you but never came to you, I completely understand. So let's talk about what we can do when it seems like we're trying hard to focus, but we still can't. It doesn't mean that we're not productive. It doesn't mean that we're failing at getting ahead. What it means, and I have the same challenge, is we just have a lot going on. We have a lot of noise in our head. We have a lot of noise in the background. So when we're trying to focus, we can't grasp it. We can't get it. So a lot of times when we are unable to focus, we just try to push ourselves even harder. We say, come on, let's focus. Let's really get in. And you're trying, but it's still not coming. So what we have to do is not try to force ourselves, not try to put that added pressure, because we already have enough pressure on ourselves from outside. We need to support ourselves. We need to find that balance between that gentle tension between things that we want to get done and then being focused. Because you can do a lot of stuff when you're unfocused, but it could have poor quality. It could not be optimal. It could cause some kind of detriment or make you feel burnt out if you're not focused. That's why I talk so much about being calm. That's why I talk so much about figuring out what you want to focus in on and not having 10 different things that you're trying to do, not having 10 different goals that you're working on. Because as you continue to try to spread yourself too thin and try to demand your brain to zero in on something when you have 10 things going, 10 irons on the fire, as they say, 10 pots on the stove, like pick one so you can do it well. Pick one so you can actually accomplish it. So what do you need to do when focus won't come? You don't need to try to force it. You don't need to try to tell yourself, come on, get it together. No. That's when you need to take a step back and actually reevaluate what your focus is, what you're trying to focus in on, and then you just need to do something. Like find one thing that you can accomplish. Find one thing that will help move you forward that is easy to do. So it's not, okay, I need to try to write a whole chapter. Okay, I need to try to get this 20-page proposal completed. No, it's figuring out what the title of the proposal is going to be. It's figuring out, let me read one paragraph about this research that I'm interested in. So I can completely relate to having so many things that you have to be part of and work towards and have mental capacity to carry. I'm right there with you. I was at work today. I had to leave work early to meet with one of my children's teachers. And that took a lot out of me because one, I had to go to work, see patients, be able to deal with whatever they have going on, and then leave from that situation and setting, go meet with a teacher about something that maybe I don't find to be that important. However, for my son, it's very important because things that I want him to be able to do, I have to help model that. So then he can see how you interact with adults when you may have a disagreement with them, or what do you need to do to advocate for yourself in the learning environment. All of those things are skills that children just can't learn. And so by themselves, like we have to model that behavior for them. And so I had to take time out of my day and things that I actually need to do to help in that situation. Then I have to do other things like with my other children as far as extracurricular things. They have to go to different places. They can't drive. Like all of those things are pulling on me. And so what do I need to do when I am able to sit down and get things done? I have to focus. I have to decide what is important. I have to prioritize different things to make sure what I am doing at the time, that one thing is going to have a big impact. So I have started doing the lives and coming on with my planner and going over how I actually do my brain dump in the morning, and then get to prioritize. So what can you do when you're having a hard time focusing? Brain dump all the stuff that you have to do. Prioritize what is the most important. You will learn quickly, hopefully, how to prioritize your task. Nobody else can do that for you. You have to figure that out. That is the difference between success and failure. Because if you keep prioritizing the wrong task, you won't succeed. If you keep deciding that, okay, I have to get groceries, I need to work on notes that I have to get done for work, I have to go grocery shopping, I need to get gas, I need to drop my kids off at school, I need to do laundry, I need to make dinner. Like all of these tasks that you have to get done, what's the most important? I need to read this book, I need to contact this person about helping me out with this situation. So figuring out what's the most important, so that most important thing doesn't get left to last and then you have no energy to complete it. Prioritizing can be the key to our success. It can unlock different levels for you because then you figure out what is important. So what I want you to do is think about how you feel about focusing in on one thing. Is it easy or difficult for you? And then also decide how you're going to make your priorities that are most important rise to the top. That is going to help you out. I definitely recommend that you go back and look at that last video I talked about focusing in, but also pair it with this one. And I'm so excited that you're here. If you've listened this long and you've stuck around, definitely subscribe. We are over here this year in 2026 talking about remaining calm when a lot of things are going on around us, and also figuring out our focus so we can get a lot of things done, but things that matter. So then we can get to doing things that we really enjoy, because that's what life is all about, finding time for those activities that really make your heart sing. So I'm so glad that you were here with me, and I definitely will look forward to talking to you in the next video. Don't forget to share this video with somebody else who may be struggling with focusing, because there's a lot of us out here that are trying to make it in this midlife journey. So just let's support each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.